Hey, welcome. Hope you all doing well. Here to talk about what is happening in the country. All these bizarre incidents taking place all around the country eventually reached in the schools. There were two bizarre attacks in two schools in the space of 2 days apart. The first incident happened at the Oberlin High School, after a lady went on the school compound to conduct general devotions with the school students. Hell broke loose. The lady said that a student was looking at her with the outer world look that draws her attention. By this, she received a message to do something in which she didn't say what she did. She stated that she saw what appeared to be out-of-world experience. By this time, majority of the students started to faint, mostly the female students. The boys and teachers was not attacked in this incident. There was even a report by a female student that attends the same Oberlin High School who was not present at school that day was also attacked at her home.
I weigh like something holding me, I just never feel so right, like somebody was talking to me, and on my hand cut too. Yeah. How your hand get cut? Me do it because most possess. Talking to my parents some ways and them say something wrong with me, so them rush with me, go to a church. Do you remember what happened and what you were saying yesterday? Do you remember anything at all? I don't remember anything at all, but I think my mama said it was bad, so she had to rush with me. Yes, that was it. So that's the woman you just dropped down and started? Yeah, I never feel good from in the morning. The morning part I never feel good. And my mind said, don't go to school, so I never go nothing at all. What was going on is my mama was telling me that something is happening at the school. Like a lot of kids was dropping down, he had fainting. So I was wondering, what is that? Like, and then it just start, like, me just feel so dizzy. Keep school today, but I don't go because it's very traumatizing. And I don't think I'm going till Monday to see what happened. Yes, because it's very traumatizing.
Incident took place in front of her mother, who promptly realized this was not her daughter's right state of mind when she started using expletive words against her and abusing herself by inflicted wounds to herself. The girl said her mother took quick action and took her to a church where she was prayed for by the church. The second incident happened at the John Rollins Success Primary School in the span of just 2 days apart. It was reported that the bizarre incident at the John Rollins Success Primary started after a teacher and 7 students fainted. The incident started during their general devotion when the teacher fell ill and started vomiting, then fainted. For the students, it started after the devotion, with the same bizarre symptoms of vomiting and fainting. The cause is not yet determined. However, they received advice from the health authority how to handle the situation. What kind of attack the schools in Jamaica facing? This seems as a spiritual attack upon the youths. Look at the Oberlin High School student who was not present at school on the day of the attack at Oberlin. But yet still, she was attacked at her home. But why it's just the females? Why the attacks are not happening to the boys? In both incidents, none reported that the male students were attacked, only female teacher and female students. This again seems strange, as if the attacks are specialized against the females. Is this a spiritual war against the females? Other reason why the boys aren't being attacked is because they are guard up. In recent years, the schools had to be dealing with the issues of guard rings in schools. They believe that the rings gives protection from their enemies and bad spirits, also to attract wealth through scamming. In recent years, the once taboo voodoo is now brought to the front by the scammers, with their bloody sacrifice and ritual ceremonies for protection and riches. These informations are not hidden from the public like back in the days, where these rituals were kept in secret. These days, even the artist sings about this practice. It's the mindset of the youths today, to get rich quick. On the contrary, voodoo is the spiritual religion that the Africans brought with them from Africa. But is this needed in our schools? Each adult has their right to do as they want, but is this practice should be allowed in the schools? Should revival churches be allowed on school compounds to pray for the students? This is an urgent issue that needs attentive attention. Not just the schooling system, but Jamaicans on a whole. We must unite to fight this spiritual war. This is a clear sign that the times have changed rapidly. Things you see now in the past, you wouldn't think. Jamaica would reach a state where people drinking blood and doing all manner of evil to get rich and have protection. Seems like we have opened a portal to the outer world. The evildoers have entertained unwanted spirits in the country. Now, the devil is trying to reign supreme over the few godly souls that still exist in the country. It's the signs of the times. Jamaicans, we must take heed and move away from this collision course. Right now, Jamaicans, it looks like a dark force is moving across the country. It's at the point where every citizen is being affected in some form or the other. We need to change our ways. If not, remember the cycle, every action, there is a reaction. Please keep safe, and God bless.
Happening there. There is no question that the Lord visited with that school in a particular way. But in the midst of it, we could see that the enemy showed up in some of the students because the presence of the Lord visited because praying persons were there. But when we see those who fell out on the ground in a particular way, frothing and convulsing and all of that and making weird sounds, we know for sure that's an intrusion of the enemy, because the enemy seeks at all times to interfere with what God is doing.
In my past life, it's the right one I call it, so sit down there enough time and walk, go to me down on my yard, walk past me and I see me.